everyone. Hope that you're having a wonderful day. My name is Robin. If this is your first time tuning in, thanks so much for watching. And I really appreciate those people who comment, people who share, and people who are just giving me some positive feedback. I'm really appreciating that. And again, if you're watching these videos, but you're not feeling 100%, it'd be great if you could shift that energy and just give me a like, give me a heart, and again, just say it, even a hello. It's really helpful if you do, because I think it's important these days to share and really connect. This eclipse that we're having in Gemini is all about choices. It has a really strong air sign because Gemini is an air element, but not just that, it's the only air sign that is like lined up in the planets during this time. So what that means is it's like all about air. And for people that don't know what the air, hello, hope you're having an awesome day. Thank you for saying hi. And let me know as well if there's anything you know about this full moon that you think would be helpful to contribute as well. Are you moon sensitive? I'm also going to be putting this on YouTube because I always do new moon and full moon videos on there. So I decided to come on here instead and just kind of discuss it. So this is November 30th, and so that's in about 4 days or so. So most people, if you are moon sensitive, should be feeling some of this shift. And it's all about your talents, all about your gifts. So it's really making sure that you're making choices based around that. Also, our spirituality is kind of coming into play, which I think is wonderful. Sharing and writing, money, which is interesting because I'm just starting my attraction program and it's all about manifesting and money. LOL, I know drives me nuts when people don't say crap in lives. I'll have to get over that. That's funny. So maybe I was picking up on that energy too. And I'm also doing 50% off my services currently until December 12th. I'm coming on here just a tiny bit more because it's the holidays. So, and one thing I'm asking of people is just to focus a bit more on kindness, random acts of kindness. So again, just by commenting, to me, that is thoughtful and considerate. I was saying people that write reviews after they've had a session with me, I really appreciate that too. It's just the little stuff that goes a long way that's helpful for me in business too. Moon sensitive, LOL, my moon is in Cancer, mine too, like in its home, and I'm a Gemini. Okay, interesting. And so my ascending, my rising sign is Scorpio, and my sun sign is Aries. So yes, I also have a lot of water and fire. But the Gemini energy is about the twins, duality. And the key thing that what we're learning in this eclipse energy, because it is so strong, that we're bringing energy into fruition. And it's about really we're being shown what it is that we need to change if we're not finding that things are coming into fruition. So this would be, we'll say, like your physical well-being, paying more attention to feeling more calm and peaceful so that when things are ruffling your feathers, you're able to just not really be upset about it. And also people are learning to bring more peace into situations. Probably what I was just sharing too is like somebody kind of coming on and adding a little something versus maybe just coming on to judge, whatever it is. So the energy of judgment definitely is coming up around this time because when we're doing a lot of thinking, we tend to do a lot of judging. It's natural for us to do. But when we're a child, we don't really see people in black or white. We don't really give a crap. Our mind isn't really developed to judge. And as we get older, we start to do that. So this energy is kind of teaching us just to be a little bit more loving and kind and caring. So just passing that energy along to others. So if you feel like somebody is giving you something, we'll say for free, then you go. So if Krista gets inspired to go on and take some of these messages and pass that along to more people on her page, however she chooses to do that. But we're looking to find more balance as duality is kind of like we're being pulled in one direction, then we're being pulled in another direction. And what we really want to do is focus more on balance when it comes to home and work. But we're also creating more of a oneness energy as well right now. So we're learning to just kind of bring it back into that love energy. And oh, I had a notification that was really loud, but I guess you guys don't hear that. The other thing too is when it comes to business and networking, it's a great time for collaborating with other people. So even if you don't have a business, it's about finding your soul tribe, your peeps. And I must say, my program that I just started last night, and in the other program that I'm actually finishing up tonight is our last call. One of the things that people are saying, which I'm really appreciative of, is how much they're getting out of having a female leader, which I like, and then getting other like really strong women together in group settings. And again, when we're looking to find our soul tribe, it's what people are really liking is the connection that they're realizing that they have with everybody, not just one person. And so it teaches us to not separate so much. And again, that's where the judgment piece really comes in. So the key thing is we want to have high intentions at this time. We want to, so again, where it's very much about choices. So we're not so much worried about all the change, because usually eclipse energy is strong change energy. This is more about setting really high intention. So when you are making choices, when you are thinking about things, that you're coming from a very intentional space. And being sincere, as I was just saying, working more from that heart is really, really important. Again, less logic, and it's just asking yourself too, what choices am I making? Because there's a lot of extreme thinking and extreme everything. And again, you might not be feeling this energy yet, but it might trickle in. And also we feel this energy after the 30th as well. So we are kind of coming into the Christmas season, which can make a lot of people quite sad. So when we're thinking about being a little more kind, it's contributing a bit more to bringing more love into other people's lives. So it's just doing little things, it feels like. And then the other thing is intelligent execution. So making an effort to be a sincere person. And so it's not doing something because somebody else is telling you to do it. You're making choices because you want to be making those choices. Again, you are working on getting clarity, it feels like, around what it is that you really want. And so this is about letting go of indecisive energy, because you will probably be feeling some of that with the twin energy of Gemini, and also some restless energy. So just keep that in mind, that might be something that you're kind of fighting with. And it's called monkey brain. So when you feel like there's all this stuff going on, and it's just teaching yourself to be a bit more centered when you're being pulled in all of those directions. And it's absolutely possible, and that's the beauty of experiencing the cycles of moons. That's why I love them so much, especially if you're female, because the moon is actually feminine energy. It's very much this emotional, intuitive energy that can create a lot of illusion and confusion, a lot of emotional ups and downs. And again, that indecisive energy is just common around full moons in general, not just this one, because we're kind of figuring out, is this my logical brain, or is this my intuition? And because the emotions become so rocky, and people are so tired because they get really, really drained around full moons. So aside from that, I know here in Moncton we're in code orange, and I know in where I'm from in Halifax, a lot of things have kind of spread. So it's rocking the boat for a lot of people, and so it'll be interesting to see. I'd love to hear how this full moon affects you guys. And again, if you watch it on the YouTube channel, definitely comment and subscribe. I appreciate all the subscribers. Gathering powerful women is why I opened up my Temple of Courage. I love that. Yes. And I do have a male in the group, and he's younger, and I just like love that he's like a young male coming in with these strong women, because even though he's young, he's not afraid to open up his feminine side. So I work with males and females. I absolutely, kind of what we were just talking about with like the energy of people black or white. To me, I've never been a person who's ever cared if somebody was a male or female, but I do think that there's a time and a place to work with more feminine or masculine energy, and definitely around the moon we are embracing that emotional and intuitive side. So I would encourage you guys, if you're tired, to rest, to do lots of self-care, etc. The other thing too is there might be a lot of fear around this time. Probably why I felt guided towards the 50% off for my services, because I think it's a great time for people to get some clearing. So I think we should do a couple of those here too. So the other thing too, when it comes to choices, just seeing the best choice for you. So again, when we get readings and things like that, because in my work, I do theta healing, I do Akashic records, I read your energy, so I'm doing some psychic work. If you ask questions, I will definitely guide you through that. That's where the coaching comes up. I call in Reiki energy for you guys. I'll give you any type of messages and insight that I feel, and so it's an open space. It's a safe space too, but we just trust that everything you're going to get exactly what you need. Again, because we're setting that for the highest intention for you. And I do this a lot, so I can absolutely help you. The other thing too that we want to work on is our flexibility. So we're getting out of that rigid way of living, lifestyle wise, and so it's asking yourself too why you resist flexibility. Because I've always been myself quite a flexible person. I've just been very much like, schedule changes, who cares? There are definitely a lot of people who really struggle with like time change, stuff like that. You said you were going to do this, now you're not doing it. It's more about your relationship with yourself. And again, any resistance that you have to these changes, to these lessons, because it's really important that we all get on board together and support each other just a tiny bit more. Let's see what else I kind of jotted down. Simplifying. It's just your way of thinking. We tend to overcomplicate things, and I've always also been love the acronym KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. And so when I'm teaching things like that, I always say, like, don't overwhelm yourself with tons of stuff. Just literally think of like one thing that you can attach yourself to. Like, think of one emotion or one word that comes to mind when you think of this, etc. And so if you can kind of start learning things by picking like one thing to attach yourself to, it becomes easier. So when we do hi Stacy, and hi Chantel, when we do any type of goal setting, it's really important that we're trucking along day to day, and then we're celebrating our win. So that would be a perfect way to simplify when you're feeling like there's big changes that you have to make. It's like, start simple, easy, begin right now, and then we can reassess, because every day is different, everybody's different, and that's where the flexibility kind of comes in, is that no one person is the same, but yet we all have this beautiful connection, which I think is great. So again, how you view everything will dictate your outcome. So we are doing some deep work at this time. So just really pay attention to how you're expressing yourself, how you're viewing yourself, and just, yeah, it just feels like we have to be a little bit patient at this time. I know for myself, I was thinking, oh my gosh, I can't even imagine going out shopping right now with this full moon energy and with COVID and with just like the chaos of Christmas. So do yourself a favor again, going back into that simplifying. For myself, I'm supporting local. Absolutely, I am. I'm not overcomplicating gifts, and I'm also I'm also forward thinking too about maybe if I can't get to my family or something like that, maybe it'd just be best to have something sent to their house, even if it's not wrapped, right? So it's just we're being more lighthearted, and not taking everything so seriously, because this is an energy as well that's very creative, very playful, all about entertainment, etc. So we're also kind of trying to find our place in the world. So again, lots of stuff coming up here. And again, Stacey or Chantal, let me know anything that you guys are feeling with this moon. If you know anything about moons, and just share. I'd love to know. The other thing is we have a total solar eclipse in Sagittarius coming up on the 14th. So that's the complete opposite sign of Gemini. So that's gonna be a big change as well. So I, for some reason, thought that eclipses were over. I think maybe I heard that somewhere, but it absolutely isn't. So 2020 is going to be, the last month is going to be interesting, because it is how we are evolving and changing and growing. Big stuff has been happening. And I'm going to be doing a reading as well for 2021, like coming onto my personal Facebook and here. I've already done a 2020 to 2021 video on my YouTube channel, so you might want to watch that. I've done a monthly reading for December as well. But I want to clean any of this energy up, because it's about working together right now. And so if we understand the astrology of the moon, and we know our own signs and how it kind of relates to us, we can be more compassionate as well. So I think it's important to kind of dabble a little bit into this type of work, whether it's something that you're comfortable with or not, because it's only just going to, I think, help you adapt and adjust when things are a little bit rough. And I am noticing more people that typically don't call me, like my father called me, and he was in a really good mood and his energy was up really high. So I feel like even though there are some difficult times, I am finding the good things are people are I think reaching out in their relationships, as we were talking about, just finding your people. So, and I do have this beautiful connection with him, so it was very uplifting for me to see that he's feeling healthy, because when he's healthy, I feel healthy, because we're all connected. And same thing, my aunt, I was going to visit my aunt in Cape Breton, and I can't now because of the traveling situation, but she called me and we had a good chat, and just all this stuff that typically we wouldn't be, I feel like, talking about and having like deeper conversations and stuff like that. So I do find, from a relationship standpoint, that a lot of people are actually, because of all these changes that are happening in this moon energy, it's kind of like forcing us to see like who really matters to us, who we are really connected to, because you might not be connected to your father, and you might be really close to your mother. And so it's like, that's okay. That's kind of what this energy is about, is like, with flexibility, we're adapting to different types of people and personalities, and we're not going to give anybody a hard time. We're going to just give them lots of love, but we're rediscovering the people that do really connect to us. And we don't have to label anything right now or judge anything. We just have to really feel that energy and put good energy out there. I couldn't sleep. So support local. The health of our family and friends is what is important this year. Yeah, and that's what I kind of discuss in my December reading. It's not a long reading at all, but I think it's a good one, because I go through each week in December, and that's a lot of what a lot of it was, is us taking care of ourselves, and the energy of giving as well. Just really like good Christmassy energy, which I like. And I do that for anyone that will be watching, so it doesn't matter when you watch it. I couldn't sleep last night. As soon as I saw full moon, the 28th, I understood why. Yeah, I think it's kind of like around the kind of, I thought it was the 29th and 30th, but again, it doesn't matter. We're already kind of in this. And again, it's intense. I know the last full moon for me was like a shaker. And just stirring up some old trauma and things like that. But by the time the new moon came around, I was like, oh, thank God, like I made it down. I got down, but I got out. and it's okay to, like, you know, I just sat with myself and had a bath, and I let out what I needed to let out. And, you know, I went outside and burned my ritual and things like that. And it's like, I think we get really proud of ourselves too, and have lots of gratitude even when we're going through dark times, when we understand the energy. So I already know that this one, all I'm doing is just like giving more people love than they've ever had, doing more nice and kind things. And it's not up to me to decide how other people react or act. And I did feel like there were a couple people. I was being told that there are some people that are on here that are on my platform that just aren't like the 100% great people. And I don't like that feeling. It's uncomfortable. But then I'm like, well, I'm not gonna let that stop me from putting good energy out there, because if people are allow fear to keep living in fear, then where the hell are we gonna be as a society and as an individual? So I'm just gonna keep showering with people with love, and pray that other people are going to pass that energy along and work on themselves and develop new strategies and coping skills. And so I'm even considering not, I was getting the message last night because I'm in a lot of online classes, programs while running my business and changing lots of things. And I was kind of getting the message that I'm going to do another program, and it's going to be awesome. But then I was feeling like to really focus in on that program, and therefore not do the one-on-one sessions, because I can help more people, really get those people in groups and allow each other to help each other too, and just create this like amazing energy. And so again, take advantage of my sale that I'm doing, because I don't know when I don't know when things are going to change, right? And you guys don't know, and we don't know how long we're going to live and all this stuff. So we want to just be able to like feel really carefree, really letting go of financial difficulties and stress too, because that is like just weighing people down, and it's really is their money mindset. So that's currently in my program what I'm working on, attraction, and there's still you still have access to the full program right now, because I didn't record it last night, and I was going to, and I didn't. So I decided that I'm going to go all the way till December 23rd now and add an extra call in. So if you're hopping in, there's like, you're going to get lots out of it, and everything's going to be recorded for replays, etc. And again, they're a really great group of people. I'm loving who I'm attracting now these days, because just it's amazing when you love your people. It makes such a difference, and you start to love yourself even more, which is great. So I couldn't sleep. Okay, I read that. Full moon energy is always strong for me. Yeah, and you are a Cancer, and because I know that, and again, Cancer people like myself too, and other people that are attracted to astrology and things like that and helping others, we tend to just feel that much more. And again, especially where I have the Scorpio energy too, it's like very deep feelings. And so when Mother Luna is doing her thing, it's like, I don't really think it's a choice to just not feel, but it's a choice to heal. And so when we know those tools, then we start prepping, and that's why I'm coming on here to help. That's how I felt with the last moon too. And the other thing in my attraction program, I was also kind of feeling like, in some ways, like not to open it up to any more people. And I'm going to do that in my next program. I'm going to have a number of people that we're going to work in a group together, because that will just benefit everybody that much more. But I feel like it's okay if there is somebody out there that feels like that they're meant to join us, then absolutely do that. Almost everybody did the VIP option, so you get to 30-minute laser focused calls with me, so that you have extra support, like one-on-one. Because one thing, people, we love you. Thank you. I love you too. Because one thing that happens when we're changing, for this exact reason, experiencing a full moon and eclipse, another eclipse, new moon, all within that month, yes, there's going to be stuff going on, right? But that's what I'm there for, to help you do the clearings and to help you with guidance and coaching, etc. So it doesn't matter, even if you're like, oh, my finances are great. We all have things to clear. And so it's much deeper than that. And I just say it's like money is a module because it just happens to be our topic that we're choosing, but it doesn't mean it really has anything to do with money. And that's what I find really funny, is that people don't even know how much they have going on, because it could be like about grounding. We could be doing an entire module on grounding, and then stuff is going to come up around like your ex's whatever. So relationship. So it's being open to changing and where you are. But it feels like spiritual energy is really good for peeps right now. That's where we're at. So that's how I felt with the last moon too. Yes, Stacy says. Yes. And I mean, realistically, you're going to feel it every moon, right? New moon, every full moon, it doesn't matter. And people that don't feel anything around the moon, I would say that they internalize a lot of stuff and they just attach everything to themselves instead of trusting that there's something, once again, there's something deeper going on that maybe you don't know, and it's time to kind of like wake up and become more a part of what the heck's going on. So that you can be a little bit easier on yourself and open up in a gentle and easy and joyful way. So let's clear anything to do around this moon energy, any tired energy, any stress, any tightness in your physical body that you're feeling as a result of all this push and pull energy that's coming up with Gemini. And let's replace that with feeling like you can start connecting to this full moon energy. You can start reflecting a bit more on these choices and just allowing yourself to embrace the good things that are coming from all of these shifts and stress that is essentially just helping you get further along if you want to say yes. And it's just about what I'm getting is it's about feeling good about yourself. So at the end of the day, when it comes to sleeping and things like that, dreams are really important right now too. I do feel like it is how you sleep at night. It's not just the moon, right? There's stuff going on in your head that you probably need to clear and release. Writing it right now is a perfect tool. Again, that creativity. How are you releasing these things that you're feeling so that before you go to bed, you can get a better night's sleep? So taking about an hour before you go to bed to do what you need to do so that you can sleep better as well. So get that energy out of you. And then your dreams are super important around the full moon because they are actually solutions to your problems. So we do a lot of clearing through our dreams as well. So if you're having nightmares and you're waking up subtly or suddenly, and you're just kind of feeling like a little bit, like what the heck was that? These are things that are actually really positive. And it's not to scare you, it's actually to show you that you're letting go of something. So if you're waking up all sweaty, there's something that you were releasing. So I would encourage you to have some crystals near your bed that are really calming, that can actually help you with releasing energy when you sleep, so that when the next day, you will be able to connect to the dreams. So that's what happens to me. I had a call earlier, and I had dreamt that moment in the call. So to me, I'm always like, okay, this is where I'm supposed to be. So it's like I'm kind of having that premonition. So I would say that dreams are something we want to remember, but it's really hard to if our head is not clear, if our energy is not clear. So if you say you never dream, well, that's an indicator that you need some clearing and to work on that. And also that we can interpret dreams as well. And that's something that I can also help you with. So a key thing is when you write your dreams down, it becomes easier to remember. For me, I don't write mine down all the time. But as soon as I wake up, that's when I typically will go deeper into what the dream meant. But a lot of times for me, I'll just have moments when I'm working with certain people, that sort of thing. And I'm like, okay, all of this is all meant to be happening. So very similar to a deja vu feeling. But you might be able to surprise yourself that you're able to really start to tap in if you do the work and get a lot of answers towards where you are and where you need to be too. So when I do theta healing, I go into dream state. So maybe because I'm doing a lot of that, it's helping me with the dream work as well. So, but essentially we are in control of those dreams. So if there's something we're looking to attract, then we can ask for that inner dream. Hope that makes sense. I had a huge shift this month. I feel more focused, back on track. Awesome. Yes. Like I can't get over how much I'm changing too, just from like my people in center yourself to attraction. I'm like, holy moly. So, and then again, the next program is going to be awesome as well. So, and then some of those people from the Center Yourself came over into the attraction program. They're really growing and evolving, and I love seeing that. So, as I'm changing and growing, you guys get to learn that much more. So, and that's why my prices are going to go up and things like that. I know that and that's again why I would say take advantage of things. Because as far as I know, my next program is going to be around like 888 plus tax. But I do payment plans as well. But my payment plans do have interest, because if you don't pay in full, then it's just going to cost you a little bit more, because I'm encouraging people to put forward and do that work. Okay, why I can't remember my dream. Again, we'll do that in a session. I would write that down on our private Facebook group. Okay. So I love you guys so much. I hope this was helpful. Let me know if it was. Share it out to people if you feel like they could benefit, or they're in a learning state where maybe they'd be open. All right. Take care. Bye for now.